Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon to new July 2022? I'm your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, fellow Earth sign Virgo that I am. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a professional witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box, and you can preview it for free and see the dedication to my mom, who I am driving up to see next week at the time of this recording. Check it out if you feel so called. Opens my heart every single time, and I'm a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle. Best career move I've ever made. Humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses are my subscription tiers if you want to go check them out. It's where my artist has been let loose, and I've just realized as of today that for the past 3 years or so, I am the working retired. I never thought of it before. I got it this morning talking to my mom. There you have it. So, let's, oh, yeah, you gotta remember not to leave the magic hanging in the air, if at all avoidable, whatever, if you are new to my channel. 7-card draw is just 1 card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline, in this case, a waning moon. We'll look at that in a moment. To say that to clear the plate, right? To let go, release, transform, alchemize from lead to gold. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table. That's symbolic alchemy. It gives you a nice way of working on that, letting go of those 3 atoms, as it were, in a particular situation. Let's look at it. The full moon in Capricorn, Wednesday, July 13, 2:37 p.m. That's the day I want to pack up and drive north, but we'll see how much I get done. 2:37 p.m. Eastern. I am in New York, and then it is the releasing, the letting go, the surrender, Dorothy of it all to the new moon in Leo, Thursday, July 28th, 1:55 p.m. So if you're catching this before that happens, there are 5-card draws the new moon reads to check out, to plant the seeds, but then of course we're gonna weed the garden, if you like, right? Clean out, make room for that new moon in Leo, which could be a lot of fun. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, my beloveds, because we got more than one situation that's alchemizing, but if we alchemize one, they all shift a little bit. So both feet on the floor if you can. Stay grounded. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will give you the best that I can and do the best that I can to get you the clarity, guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power from the divine through these pieces of cardboard and my intuitive systems. Please take a nice deep breath. And on a personal note, let's try and have fun with this, right? There's enough going on in the world, and it is a shadow read, so if we go into this all womp womp, right? So let's see. We'll see how this ends. One more. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. It's my favorite spell. Using the Caroline Mace archetype deck, I call to the collective pantheons of the divine for the Taurus collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What's the archetype hovering over their head in the 8th chakra, sending down the codes, the lessons, the uploads, the downloads to every other chakra, affecting what they attract and what they repel. Really sending the programming down into the databases that are the chakras themselves for the this full to new July 2022. Okay, we're off and running. We got the victim archetype on the table. Now don't freak. I know it's, well, what I'll probably do is put victim/victor in the title, because all archetypes are neutral, and not only are all archetypes neutral, the victor archetype is a member of the survival family archetype. There are 4 of them. Everyone has them. Everything has them. Symbolically speaking, it's all about the lead to gold, the shadow to light, pain to peace. So if you heal this within yourself, you are healing this within the entire energy patterning of planet Earth. Ready? Right? There's the child, the victim, the saboteur, and the prostitute. None of them sound so great, but it doesn't matter what an archetype sounds like. It's a scale of lead to gold, toxic to healthy. So the lover archetype in its shadow is a freaking nightmare, and the vampire archetype in the light is the vampire hunter baby. So let's talk about the victim victor. The shadow attribute, indicating the shadow work. It is a shadow read. Stuff you don't want to look at, or if you know about it, you don't want anybody to know about it, you keep it in the shadow. Playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. Now, for Taurus, it's probably not the first part of that. And you would think, no, I'm not going to maintain my boundaries, but that's a challenge for all of us right now because boundaries are changing fast and fixed Earth. I understand I'm an Earth sign, but I'm mutable Earth. I can have a little bit more flexibility in that. The light attribute prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. The victim-victor archetype is the archetypal guardian of innocence, of boundaries and self-esteem. The child is innocence and safety. Boundaries and self-esteem, but self-esteem as a verb. That is so important. That's so Carolyn Mace 101. Sacred Contracts, MYSS is her last name. She is a PhD. So imagine you creating victory in your life through this alchemy, and as a result, how many people are feeling victimized? But here's the truth of the matter. You can't play the I create my own reality and play victim, right? They're mutually exclusive. And Carolyn Mace, NYSS, she's PhD, she said it, and, right? It's the soul doesn't see it that way. So, with that on the table, we're off to a running start. Daughters of the Moon Tarot, our next deck will be the next 4 chakras down. Like I said, the program is in. It's beaming down like a satellite into the crown, the third eye, the throat, and the heart, your internal world, your feminine energy, world behind your eyes. Daughters of the Moon Tarot, feminist deck. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Yeah, I feel this coming up through my feet as I call upon my goddesses of earth. The sign of Taurus, powers of the north, beloved goddesses of earth, fertility, abundance, life values, and all that jazz. What is the dominant heart, third eye, crown dynamic, the yin dynamic, the goddess energy, the feminine energy for the Taurus collective? Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and that they need to be aware of, because this is where at least the throat chakra makes the choice to alchemize or not, heal or not. So what you got for them to help them really clarify so they can alchemize this victim to victory for the well-being of all. Excellent. 6 of Blades. 6 of Blades, 6 of Swords, the Sagaris, which is Sagaris. There's probably some accents in there somewhere that I'm probably not doing right. This card has no reversal because it is the perfect balance of air. It's not the completion of the cycle of air, but the key word written on it is manipulation. So, that element of air, how you're seeing things, very third eye here. And of course, we can turn to the Rider-Waite Tarot, the 6 of Swords, going from choppy water to smooth. It's a mental journey, right? But you pass the 5s, right? You're into the 6s. So seeing things differently, counseling, meditation, affirmation work, mantras, clearing the third eye. Good to see clearly, but balancing it. That's a good thing. And that's a good thing. Met Martha Stewart twice, hung out with her. It's fun. One involved a rabbit, the other involved Chelsea Handler. It's a very long story. Okay, lower 3 chakras, the masculine energy, your relationships in the world, the yang, from the outside looking in at you, maybe you from the inside looking out at a person, place, or thing. Root chakra, groups, tribes, circles of friends, your favorite band, anything that you're connected to, 3 or more, including the human race and starseeds and all that. Second chakra, one-on-one relationship, you to another person or thing. And solar plexus, your relationship to yourself in the world, your honor code, your boundaries, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't. Please take a nice deep breath. This feels very empowering as I call upon my gods of earth, the sign of Taurus, powers of the north, mythic tarot, lower 3 chakra, masculine dynamic. What is it they need to be aware of? Outside in, inside out, relationships in the world, victim in the 8th, 6 of blades. I love that for them. In heart, third eye crown, what's that looking like for them this full to new July 2-2? The High Priestess. You ain't talking about it. That's a boundary. Persephone Underground. Oh, Our Lady Underground. Thank you, magicians, for that. Season 1 and throughout treat and seeing Persephone personified. Lovely. Persephone Underground. This is, that's the thing. She has access to the heights of Olympus and the depths of the underworld. Maybe not Tartarus so much. As far down as the underworld is from the middle world is Tartarus from the underworld. So I don't know how much she goes down to the sub-basement. Been there. We all do. It's intense. But no, this is about secrets. This is about the High Priestess. This is about... And I want you to look at the pillars. All right, you see the white on one side and the black. And now look how... All right? That's deliberate, right? The High Priestess is often about being a channel of divine energy. And when it is a major arcana card, lower 3 chakras, it's all 3 at once. So, of course... Right? It's the connection to the subconscious, the element of water, the intuition and all of that, but that's the river Styx that you cross to get into the richness of the unconscious mind. It's forever young. It's a Jungian thing. I want to be forever young. Okay. A healing mantra would be helpful. To do the alchemy, the Matt Kahn healing mantra deck, one of the best purchases I've ever made for myself, for my clients, and for people watching these vids. So a little something to focus on to help you through. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Yeah. This took on a serious note. Okay, I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly because I get really loud and clear that this can play itself out in so many different ways. But it is about a way of surviving and how we learn how to survive and how we evolve as a result of that, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. So, all of that's survival in its way. So please, what is the perfect healing mantra that best serves the Taurus Collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, the first of 3 bookie book reads, this full to new July 2022, activating the third eye. This is why I make the big bucks of absolutely nothing on YouTube, but on Patreon clients, classes, and all of that. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. You're welcome. It's a good mantra considering, right? And no one can do that but you. Isn't that the best? That's your choice to do it. You say, screw it, go for it. That's a different quantum timeline, right? But if we're talking shadow work, at least it's stuff that's like in the mental. And of course, this is you from the outside looking in. You're tapping into the intuitive and the spiritual, darling. Activating the third eye. Let's read it from the bookie book because no one says it quite like Mr. Khan, Kubla, Genghis, Chaka, Madeline, Matt, activating the third eye. I am willing, throat chakra, to see things. I am willing to see beyond, my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. And how I remember that mantra is BIC, right? Like the lighter or the pen. My beliefs, ideas, or conclusions. Light a light. As your third eye opens, you are able to notice how each moment is a catalyst of your ever-expanding soul work. Right? So your ego doesn't have to like it. Your personality is the one that has to kind of cope with the voice of the ego, but from the soul, it's all perfect. I know. Through your third eye, you will be able to more clearly see the lessons each moment offers, allowing every encounter to help you become an even more radiant expression of your highest potential. All right, for the witches out there, well, the Wiccans maybe, soft of eye and light of touch. Speak ye little, listen much. And that's not saying shut up and sit down at all. That's saying tune in. So don't crack up. Bend your brain. See both sides. Throw off your mental chains. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 5 steps. This mantra is ideal for dissolving personal judgments, developing more patience, and tempering inner conflict, which, you know, they're tricky, but we're all growing and evolving. We're all going through the crucible. We're all going through, necessarily the Arthur Miller play, but that too. We're all going through the alchemy. 3 more cards. The Whispers of Love Oracle. This is the party turner. Absolutely. The Whispers of Love Oracle. It's a little randy that way. The voices of the higher selves of all involved. If there are other people involved here, and how could there not be with the victim archetype? What they got to say on this. If it's just you, then it's just for you. But if there are other people involved, usually their higher selves have a say in this too. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Yeah, this definitely is taken on, well, it's a shadow read. It's a call to the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Taurus collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, the piece of information, inspiration, insight they need to help them alchemize this victim into victor. 6 of Blades, manipulation, dealing probably with the 3rd eye. The High Priestess and the Outer, not really talking about it, but tapping in, tuning in, drawing down while they activate the 3rd eye. Rest and relaxation is essential. And Taurus, fixed earth, is the earth at rest. Fertile, but at rest. We all have a fundamental need to take breaks. I've dated Taurians. You guys have a couple of different speeds, but the dominant one is, the 2 dominant, I should say, are the polar opposites of stop and charge. It's not even go. It's like full steam, and I love that. At least you set your goals and you go for them, right? And this is saying rest. This kindest thing you can do, and certainly it allows for a more internal focus. This could certainly be, I mean, if you really are a priest or a priestess in some way, shape, or form, I mean, we all are in some way, right? We're all channels of the divine, but to be the middle path, and look, that's a Kabbalistic thing, that's a Golden Dawn thing. I was never initiated, just read a couple of books. It's a lot of algebra there, so to speak, for me. I'm really, give me a handful of salt, and let's jump timelines. So, you know, by the way, rest and relaxation is often when we do jump timelines, when we go inside and we shift from a more leaded timeline to gold. Remember, you're taking everybody with you, right? Better versions of themselves as well. But we can't expect others to do it. We are not willing to do ourselves, and it's mostly an inside job, right? And the pay is negotiable. So if you're gonna do the shadow work, nice to have a Divine Animals Oracle message, right? It's very shamanic in that sense, right? Working with the pantheons of the animal kingdom, which, you know, animal, vegetable, or mineral, human is animal, yet we have vegetable flora inside of us, and our bones are made of minerals, and unity there. So, the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, thick little bookie book, a lot of information. I just read the verbal sketch and the magic, but there's a lot more in there if this is your gig. Please take a nice deep breath, because this is my favorite pantheon. Still point. The love, okay. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the Divine Animals Oracle message? Who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them through this alchemy of victim to victor with this Six of Blades, spinning, clearing the mind, cutting it free of webs and untruth, seeking only truth, the sacred truth of the third eye, anatomy of the spirit, Carolyn Mace. High Priestess on the outer, not necessarily talking about it, but probably going into the deeper mysteries for surezies. Activating the third eye, being willing to see beyond their beliefs, ideas, and conclusions as they rest and relax. And relaxation is certainly one of the easiest ways to see how in alignment you are with the soul, because the soul doesn't freak out. Only the ego does, and the personality gets to choose. So who walks with them? Who swims with them? Who flies with them? What's the message? Who crawls with them? This full to new July 2022. The sea turtle. That's so Demeter. Well, I mean, it is. It is the turtle. That idea of, I mean, it's just having flashbacks of, like, Last Airbender. The sea turtle. Sorry, what is that? Stability. It's such, these cards are gorgeous. Oh my god. I mean, if it was the 70s, I'd have them airbrushed on a wall, but it's not the 70s, and I'm going to be reselling. I'm going to be selling up my home in the next couple of years, probably next year. So yeah, let's not make that kind of investment at the Mo. We'll do it in the new place. Number 8, darling. Number 8, the sea turtle. Sea turtle, love turtle. Hi. Oh man, flashes of the never-ending story. Sea turtle, stability. Operating from a stable base is advantageous, isn't it just? If you need help and guidance, ask for it. As you are loved and supported, delve deeply into the study of something rather than just skimming the surface. That's interesting. Particularly with activating the third eye. Do not push hard. Relax and rest for what you want all the time. Instead, set an intention or direction and steadily flow towards this. Not every journey needs to be a difficult one full of drama. She said it, I didn't. Was she right? The drama is just turtle drama. Well, snapping turtle, granted, but, you know, sea turtle drama, I'm sure they have their moments. It's just, like, real slow. Let me read you the magic. Sea turtle magic flows to us with stability and resilience when you want something to come to fruition, but do not want to have to push very hard for it, as perhaps you have habitually done. I felt naked. Ride the wave of the sea turtle magic with its ease and surety. I'm totally getting Finding Nemo flashbacks in the third eye. Sea turtles travel long distances, yet they follow the currents. And hit your ride, man. Hit your ride, dude. You too can do this energetically and refuse to be pressured. Sometimes you need to accept someone else's more stable helping hand so you can rest a little, a healthy part of the lesson of the turtles. That's beautiful. And there's an emotional component to it with the sea aspect of it there. I love this for you. Good. Good. You get the rest, but you also have that that stability. Right? That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. Okay. Last card down. I know, it goes fast, and yet these are really long videos. Let's implode time, why not, for YouTube. As much fun as we have, the last card down is important. It's the blessing, right? The blessed be, the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower. We're using from the pantheons of all traditions, lineages, and cultures, and it is the gold within the lead. It is the blessing within the lesson. That was good. So you put it all together, you do the best you can with this. This is the indication of the blessing that's been there all along. And we do them for real, including with the major magical hunka-chunka crystal jewelry. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to the pantheons of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures, please, one card in clarity. What is the hidden blessing, the lead within the gold? for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, so that they can prevent themselves from being victimized or victimizing others, setting those boundaries, doing that alchemy, achieving victory throughout their lives with that Six of Blades, that manipulation in the third eye. But making that their choice themselves, with High Priestess on the outer, they're tuning into something maybe other people can't sense. Right, and so the soft of eye and light of touch, speak ye little, listen much, particularly inside, activating the third eye. They're willing to see beyond their beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. Through rest and relaxation, it is essential because we all have a fundamental need to take breaks. And in that, to call upon that turtle magic of stability, to go with the flow. They don't have to push so hard. And then what they want is worth going for, set the goal, and get there. Take the rest time necessary. So with all of that said, beloved pantheons, of all pantheons, traditions, lineages, and cultures, even that starseed stuff if they're into it, what is the hidden blessing for the Taurus collective this full to new July 2022? A blessing for healing of injury or illness. Oh, and what a gorgeous card. I didn't even see. Look at her. Look at her. Oh my god, that is so Demeter. That's like Demeter of the woods to me. That's so gorgeous. A blessing for healing of injury or illness. Card number 42. That's absolutely gorgeous. All right, now we do these for real. I'm going to bring through this blessing. I mean, I'm essentially sitting in a temple. I mean, card number 42, a blessing. Here we go. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheons of the divine, confer this blessing through me. Yeah, even on YouTube. Card number 42, a blessing for healing of injury or illness. A blessing to bring to you all that will restore and revive you in your time of need. May the bloom of health blossom upon your cheek, and may the strength of the great old trees and beings begin to flow again through your veins. May the cells in your body begin to regenerate and turn over again and again until all that was not well is no longer resident within the holy form of your spirit has taken this lifetime. That's powerful. May the urge to stand again, to laugh, to dance, to move, and smile into the eyes of strangers be yours. And let the healing come within the breath. So that within every intake, something of the great green world and the depth of the oceans free you from ennui and lassitude. Dated them both, they were a nightmare. May you begin to rise from your bed refreshed and hopeful, and may the muscles of your body grow firm and long with good use. Let your hair shine, your eyes sparkle, and the strong white bones in your body support your movements. May the nurturing time within the cave of healing have brought to you compassion for those who suffer, a deeper understanding of what it is like to be the outsider for a time, and a new appreciation of the perfection of form you have been born into. And if you are not the same as you were before the time of illness, let that part of yourself go and focus now on the new being you are becoming, and bring this to birth through the support of your body. Allow any habits of thought, of body, that will not support the return of blessed health leave now. That's what's on the table. for they are not yours, and they are not here to be seen and to be part of the world. Let yourself make the very most of the blessings of your health. Be outside amongst the natural world. Breathe deep the mountain air and sing the song of your shining blood out into the valleys and the meadows. You are as natural as the flower, as strong as the metal beneath the earth, and you will be reborn to yourself. When it comes, be joyful. And know that this blessing can be worked with and enjoyed for all the days of your life to come. Be well, dear soul, and help others to find their health too by being an example of that shining energy now and always. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So motivating. And so it is. And may we all be healed as a result of this healing. That was incredibly powerful. Did you feel it? Then hit the thumbs up. Help the other Taurians and probably cross-watchers find the read. If you want more of me here on YouTube, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm going to be getting ready to travel, so my schedule is going to go up in the air, but that's okay. I can get it done. So you subscribe and hit the notification bell if you are so feeling it. And certainly if you want to go deeper, if you want the more mystical, the more magical, the more unexpurgated, uncensored, but still with community guidelines, the Patreon on Patreon. Been streaming there every morning again with a cup of coffee, bathrobe, talking about the magic and the astrology of the day, and whatever's going on, whatever. And we pray. We say a little prayer meditation thingy as well. So if you're looking for that kind of support while you're going through this, come Patreon on Patreon. Otherwise, if you want to book me for a private reading, easy enough to do. Link in the description box to a video called Booking a Reading with Mal. Explains everything for you, just like Clarissa. But on a more serious note, I wish you the very best and the very blessed. As you heal, we all heal. So may we heal, and may it begin with you. I love you. Now, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.